So now that you have decided to use BuildButler, let's go over how to integrate test case management system, like TestRail or ALM, with your CI system without having to change your existing hundreds of jobs. Before we get into integrate and work, let's talk about how BuildButler works. BuildButler works in a variety of ways. In the case of Jenkins and TeamCity, it works via plugin architecture. For other CI systems like GitLab, BuildKite, GitHub, Azure, and DevOps, BuildButler works via webhooks or through the BuildButler Reporter CLIs. Webhooks are our preferred approach because there is very little work required, and you can be up and running in 5 minutes. On the BuildButler backend, there are webhook receivers for each of the CI systems. These receivers know how to receive the payload from the particular CI system. Once BuildButler receives the webhooks, it goes back to the CI system to retrieve more information, such as build logs and test analytics. This way, we have enriched data available to us, which we can write to our database. Once the data is written to the database, it is then integrated with any number of test case management systems, like TestRail or ALM, and very soon X-Ray and Zephyr. We also store things in a database, object storage, as well as key value storage. Let us show you the plugin approach first. Remember that both the official TestRail CLI and Railflow CLI requires job modification, and that can be error-prone and cumbersome. We heard this loud and clear from our customers. If something is working, they do not want to go and potentially break it. So how can we roll out an integration with TestRail or ALM without changing jobs? This is where the plugins come in. We install the BuildButler Jenkins or TeamCity plugin, and it has a variety of settings, including flaky test detection and Jira integration. Again, these are all brand new features that were not available in the previous Railflow and TestRail integration. You specify your TestRail endpoint. If you go to the BuildButler local view on your Jenkins dashboard, you will see TestRail. Over here, you just need to specify a configuration mapping JSON. Basically, all the jobs you want to configure with TestRail are listed here as a JSON entry. Based on this, the next time your build runs, it will be integrated with TestRail. The parameters are the same as they are in the Railflow CLI, so the setup will look familiar. And no edit of existing jobs. Touché! The second option is for cases when you are using other CI systems like GitLab or GitHub, and you have webhooks available. In this case, you will use the BuildButler SaaS platform or run BuildButler locally within your own on-premises environment. BuildButler is available as both SaaS and local installation. The experience is exactly the same. The idea is that you can go to settings where many CI systems are already configured. This is where you set up your webhooks and personal access tokens. You also configure TestRail here. So you will go and configure your TestRail and make sure the connection is working. Oops, sorry, there's a little bug that we need to fix. Then, the next time your build runs, all these builds, for example, will have their test cases, especially the failing ones, show up in TestRail. Right now, the integration is broken, but you will see a little icon here that says TestRail or ALM, depending on which integration is turned on. So here's what BuildButler does for your TestRail integration.